The sky, humanity's oldest dream and greatest challenge. But up there, beyond the clouds, there is one warrior whose name makes not only the wind tremble, but history itself. Today, we dive into the story of what may be the most legendary fighter jet ever built. Imagine an aircraft that has remained unmatched for 50 years, achieved over 100 air-to-air victories, suffered 0 combat losses, become one of the most powerful fighter jets ever to soar, and yes, once fired into space and shot down a satellite. This aircraft is the F-15 Eagle. But in this video, we're not just talking about specs or performance charts. We're uncovering the secrets behind its legend, the engineering miracles, the unmatched air superiority, and the reason why, even in the 21st century, it continues to rule the skies without question. Because the F-15 is not just a machine, it is the definition of air dominance. It all began in the shadow of the Cold War, a time when the Soviet Union's MiG-25 Foxbat sent shockwaves through the West. The US Air Force suddenly faced a harsh reality. We must build a jet that will take back the sky. That single decision ignited a technological race that changed aviation history. Engineers pushed the limits of flight. Jet engine technology advanced at breakneck speed. New radar and weapon systems emerged that were decades ahead of their time. And the result? A giant awakened in the skies. The F-15 Eagle became the perfect blend of raw power, flawless design, and ruthless combat efficiency. You may have never seen a fighter jet climb vertically like a rocket, but the F-15 does it as if it's nothing. You may have never heard of a jet flying at low altitudes without being detected by radar, but for the Eagle, it's routine. You may have never imagined an aircraft landing safely after losing an entire wing, but the Eagle did exactly that. Today, we're exploring why the F-15 is the most successful fighter jet in history, how it became an unbeatable air-to-air predator, how it evolved into the modern F-15EX, and how it continues to shape the future of aerial warfare. New generations of fighters may be entering the battlefield, but the sky still belongs to one Eagle. If you're ready, let's begin the journey into the birth, rise, and unstoppable legacy of the most dominant fighter aircraft ever built. The story of the F-15 Eagle starts now. The sky has always been the stage where humanity projects its deepest desires for freedom, dominance, and unrivaled power. Yet among all the machines built to conquer the heavens, one warrior stands above the rest, an aircraft whose name has echoed for half a century with awe, fear, and respect, the F-15 Eagle. Crafted by the minds of engineering masters, this machine is far more than a fighter jet. It is a legend that reshaped the balance of power in the skies. For almost 50 years, the F-15 has ruled the air, winning every battle it has faced and carving its name into aviation history as the undefeated champion of air combat. To understand the F-15 is to understand not just an aircraft, but a revolution that claimed the skies. Its story begins in the late 1960s, during the most intense years of the Cold War. The Soviet Union's MiG-25 Foxbat, capable of extreme speeds and staggering altitude, sent shockwaves through the West. The US Air Force realized it didn't just need a fighter that could keep up, it needed one that would dominate. This ambition led to the creation of the FX program, an initiative that would give birth to one of the most iconic combat aircraft ever built. McDonnell Douglas won the contract and soon unveiled the F-15 prototype. When it first took to the skies in 1972, it demonstrated extraordinary power and agility. The jet's vertical acceleration resembled a rocket launch, giving pilots a sense of limitless control. Officially entering service in 1976, the F-15 immediately began rewriting the rules of aerial warfare. Its twin Pratt and Whitney F-100 engines delivered a thrust-to-weight ratio greater than 1:1, allowing the aircraft to climb vertically with astonishing ease. Thanks to its low wing loading, the Eagle handled with incredible agility. Despite its imposing size, it maneuvered effortlessly in dogfights, making it a lethal adversary in close-range combat. One of the Eagle's greatest strengths was its advanced radar and weapon systems. The AN/APG-63 radar could detect and track targets at long distances, even amid ground clutter or at low altitudes. All data flowed into a central digital computer and appeared instantly on the head-up display, allowing pilots to maintain total situational awareness without ever looking away from the sky. Its arsenal turned it into a true sky predator. Equipped with AIM-7 Sparrow, AIM-9 Sidewinder, and AIM-120 AMRAAM missiles, the FEU-15 dominated both short and long-range engagements, and for close-quarters combat, its M61 Vulcan cannon unleashed up to 6,000 rounds per minute, a devastating force in the air. The F-15's combat record remains unmatched, over 100 air-to-air victories with 0 losses. This astonishing achievement was earned across decades of conflict, from the Middle East to Operation Desert Storm and beyond. In the Gulf War, the F-15C secured the majority of U.S. air-to-air kills, while the F-15E Strike Eagle executed precision night missions, destroying high-value targets and shaping the outcome of the conflict. In 1985, the Air Force launched a series of upgrades to keep the jet ahead of evolving threats. New software, enhanced missiles, improved electronic warfare systems, and extended-range conformal fuel tanks ensured that the Eagle remained on top. The introduction of the APG-70 radar pushed its detection and engagement capabilities even further. The F-15E Strike Eagle, featuring dual seats and advanced terrain-following technology, brought exceptional performance to air-to-ground operations. Whether day or night, in clear skies or stormy weather, the Strike Eagle delivered accuracy and power deep behind enemy lines. Perhaps the most unbelievable moment in the F-15's history occurred in 1983. During a training flight, an Israeli F-15D collided mid-air with an A-4 Skyhawk and lost its entire right wing. Against all odds, the pilot kept the aircraft under control and landed it safely, proving the unmatched strength of its airframe. After repairs, the jet returned to service, solidifying its status as an engineering marvel. Over the years, the Eagle has flown missions across Bosnia, Iraq, Afghanistan, and many other theaters. It has provided air cover, launched deep strike missions, conducted reconnaissance, and served as a stabilizing force in conflict zones. Many Allied nations adopted customized F-15 variants, from Israel's F-15 or Thunder to South Korea's F-15K Slam Eagle and Qatar's F-15QA, each benefiting from the platform's legendary performance. Today, a new chapter has begun. The F-15EX. Designed for modern warfare, this next-generation Eagle features digital integration, sensor fusion, fly-by-wire controls, the APG-82 radar, and the EPOSS electronic warfare suite, which detects, deceives, and disrupts enemy threats. Capable of carrying up to 12 AMRAAM missiles and future hypersonic weapons, the F-15EX delivers firepower and versatility unmatched by any other US fighter. More remarkable still is the aircraft's longevity.